Have you ever started writing about an ancestor and the most fascinating part of their life is right in the middle? Maybe it's a war story, a scandal, or the day everything changed, like the moment she boarded a ship for a new country. So now what? Do you save that moment for later in your story, or can you lead with it? C. Boggs asked a question that I really love. If the most interesting part of someone's life is in the middle, how do you keep the story in chronological order? Here's the truth. You don't have to. It's not the final version of your story anyway when you draft in chronological order. However, let me walk you through what I would do and how you can still keep the facts straight while making the story more compelling. Step 1, draft chronologically. I just hinted about that. Start by writing the whole story in order from beginning to end. I know that might sound boring at first, but this is your draft. It helps you figure out what actually happened, see how events connect, and keep the timeline straight. Your draft is the foundation, not the final product. Once you've completed your rough draft, then it's time to shape the story. If the most gripping moment is in the middle, consider starting there. Open your story with a scene that creates curiosity and tension. Then you can say something like, but to understand how he got here, we have to go back to the beginning. That kind of structure keeps readers interested while still staying true to the facts. You're not skipping over anything. You're just rearranging the order for impact. Step 3, weave the timeline back in. After the opening hook, return to the beginning of their life. Work your way forward now with your reader already invested. When you reach that dramatic middle again, you can go deeper, add details, reactions, and ripple effects. And if the ending of their life isn't especially dramatic, no problem. You could wrap it up simply and thoughtfully. Not every ending has to have fireworks. Let's start with an example. Let's say you're writing about your great-grandfather who survived a mining explosion in Colorado. Your final version might open with, the explosion just lasted 22 seconds. When the dust settled, only 3 men were alive. He was one of them. Now, you know I'm not a big fan of pronouns, so very soon you need to replace the pronoun with your great-grandfather's name, and if you need more help learning about pronouns, check the link in the description box. But after you named that ancestor and started with that opening, you can pull back and write, but before all that, he was just a boy working beside his father in the Pennsylvania coal fields. That kind of structure draws people in. It turns a list of dates and events into a meaningful story. So if you're wanting to write a family history and you're not sure where to start, try this. Draft in order and then edit for impact. That way you honor the truth of their life and tell a story that people want to read. So don't feel stuck just because the best part is in the middle. You can lead with it. Just bring the reader back to the beginning when the time is right. If you've got an ancestor with a dramatic moment right in the middle of their story, I'd love to hear about it. Drop it in the comments and I might use it as an example in a future video.